I'm gonna go over real quick how I go about getting a bluegill and fishing for a bass with it. Get yourself a cheap bag of cat food or something, or an old loaf of bread. What you want to do is you want those bluegill to swarm. So you throw a bunch of food in at once and you make them swarm on it, and then you drop your bait right in it. Because if you drop your bait in there by itself, they're going to hesitate to bite it. It's like they're not sure what it is, but if it's mixed in with a swarm of other bait, they don't hesitate. They're just trying to grab what they see because it's a fight to get the best food for them, you know? Alright, just so you can see, well, I'm going to dump some cat food in the water here. You can start seeing them swarm a little bit, maybe. Now what I usually do is I take something like this little gulp, bright yellow. It's supposed to, you know, represent like corn or something. I just throw a piece on a little hook. We'll see if we can get a bluegill. Look at them, they're swarming now. Let's see if we get one. Alright, here's the little setup I have. I know that hook is pretty big, but heck, it works. Alright, let's see if we can pull one of these guys out. Oh, there's a shiner too. Ooh, we had a bite. There's shiners in there too. Maybe we can pull out a nice shiner. Getting good bites. I'm just using a little brim rod. You can get it like Walmart. There we go. It's a nice sized bluegill right there. Look at that. It's a good size right there. Right through the lip. I don't know what happened to the bait, but oh, look at all those shiners. What I do is I just grab a little bobber. You can use it doesn't matter what hook you really use. You could use a serval hook. I just use an EWG worm hook because it doesn't matter. I put the hook through their nose. They live longer when you do that. So, and then you just make your cast out off the dock and you let your bobber sit. Guy's gonna get a 10-pounder. Don't forget to loosen up your drag so you can hear it when that guy disappears, you know? Reel in your slack and let the guy sit. Here we go. Hooked up with a shiner. See that thing? Woo, that's a good one. Size of that shiner right there. What do you think of that? A fat one too. Look at that. Look at that belly. Hey guys, just killing some time. Catching some live bait, hooked up with this nice shiner. Good enough. Little guy. Close to the eye. Looking good though. Oh. That's my bobber out there. Something just splashed right next to it, chasing that bluegill I have on there. I don't know if he may have gotten the bluegill. Oh no. Just hooked up with another shiner. Oh, I'm about to lose him. Look at that size right there. That's perfect right there. I'm gonna throw him out in the middle of the lake on a bobber. See if we can get us a bite. Oh, that bobber just went under. Here we go, folks. That bobber just went under with that large shiner on it. I'm giving him a few seconds to see if he wants to eat it. That was a big shiner, so I'm giving him a second or two to swallow that. I can still see the bobber. There it is. Or maybe it's a gar that grabbed him. There it goes. That bobber went back under again. Let me reel in the slack. Oh, I feel him tugging. Oh, there it is, there it is! Oh, there it is. Lock down that drag. Oh, here we go, boys. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh. There he is. Come on. Here we go. See if we can keep him from jumping. Oh, we got him now. That's a good one right there. He's probably about 3-4 pounds. That little guy, maybe 2.5-3 pounds. I got him on a live shiner. There you go. Not as big as I thought he would be, but let's get that hook out and get him back in the water. Alright, so there it is. On the live shiner. Not too bad. See if we can get another one. So, I saw this floating in the water. Here's the size of that shiner that I just caught that bass on. Look at the size of that thing. As you can tell, pulled a bunch of scales off of him. Looks like he hurt his ribs. It's still alive, but I don't think it's gonna live, so I'm just gonna drop him off the dock here and see if there's a bass that wants to chomp on him underneath me. But look at the size of that thing. It's half my face. I just want to follow up by saying in this video I switched rods halfway through the video from a you know, this is a small spinning setup I have. This is my worm rod, and I have an extra wide gap hook on it. And I just threw a bobber on the line. I've caught plenty of bass using that with live line. But halfway through the video, I switched over to my Penn Pursuit 2. It's a 9-foot rod with about 50-60 pound braid on it. The reason I switched over to that rod is that rod has about 200 to 300 yards of line on it, which allows me to get on my paddle board and take my bait all the way out to the middle of the lake, just leave it, because that's where the deepest part of the lake is, right out there. It's about 17 feet deep. So by doing that, it just frees up my other worm rod so I can fish a little Senko or something while I'm waiting for a bite on the live bait. So yeah, right in the top of the mouth. A good one. They're eating live bait again.